What's up guys, and welcome back to another F1 2016 video. Today we're going to be trying out some drifting. No, not really, we're not going to do drifting, but we are going to be running in wet weather around Britain. So it's essentially going to be drifting, so we'll see how we go. There's definitely going to be some slides, some all kinds of things happening over the course of this race. That's why this one is going to be a live com, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Let's jump in a team that we haven't been in so far in this F1 2016 playthrough. I'm tempted to go with Williams, but I'm also tempted... Let's go with Force India. Why not? So the British Grand Prix in a Force India, driving as Sergio Perez. Heavy rain as well. I've noticed that there's no stormy option to the weather this year, but to be honest, stormy weather was essentially the same as heavy rain, so we're not really losing out too much there. So yeah, I think everything is in place now, and we can go off to the British Grand Prix and see how we go. This might be a little bit of a side note, but if you guys could follow me on Twitter, that would be much appreciated. I'm very close to 30,000 followers, but more importantly, I'm going to be hosting some open lobbies, a lot of open lobbies when this game comes out on August the 19th. So just be aware, I want to race you guys and I want to record some videos with you guys as well. So if you want to know when to race with me on F1 2016, I'm going to tweet it out when I'm on Twitter, and I'll tweet out the exact time, the details, what platform and all that kind of thing. On there as well. Also, follow me on some of my other social media accounts as well, just to see what I get up to, you know, when I'm not making videos, or that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's if you guys want to follow me, of course. And, yeah, let's get into this race. The British Grand Prix, heavy rain. I honestly don't think we're going to survive.
Not one of the easiest days to go racing. It's damp, it's slippery, there's dark clouds as far as the eye can see. The rain is here then, and that's going to take away a lot of the grip, Anthony Davidson, and make turn one very interesting indeed.
Yeah, it's these kind of conditions where you can go in with one of two mindsets. You either see it as an opportunity, or you're worried that all of your hard work's about to be undone. We've been stuck in these conditions now for a few hours, more or less this kind of intensity, so we don't seem to have too much standing water, so we're not likely to be starting the...
I think for the first time we've seen Rio Haryanto starting in 22nd place. I've always seen him starting higher up the order, so it's nice to see a bit of realism. Listen to the raindrops. It is just absolutely bucketing it down in terms of the weather, and I am almost crapping myself heading into turn one. Just like, I'm crapping myself at the fact that I have to manually get this F1 car off the line. 2, I have to survive against some of the other AI. And 3, we're not going to be able to see anything in front of us. So it's just going to be absolute mayhem. I've teased you guys enough about this, but let's finally get this race underway, and we'll see what happens. 5 red lights, and away we go for this British Grand Prix. Lots of wheel spin, having to concentrate. And now the visibility. Oh no, the back end is starting to... Oh no. Well, I've been involved in an incident. Vettel's been involved as well. Ricardo is gone. The cars in front of me, it seems, are having more issues with the visibility than what I am. And we're still under yellow flags. There we go. Now it's green flag racing. We can have it, these guys. Oh, you know what? We're already drifting, and we're not even past the first sector of this Grand Prix already. Up into 7th place. I'm not too sure where we started, to be honest. It might have been outside the top 10. But we did lose a few front-running guys in the first few corners. So this is like one of my first experiences playing F1 2016 while live commentating as well. I feel like so far the difficulty has just kind of prevented me from doing these live comms. And so in order to have a little bit of fun, turn down the difficulty a little bit, put on the weather, and just see if this is the right kind of mix for a video. And I tell you what, wet weather racing is just so much fun. It's...
The front wing,
oh,
the
wow.
damage only looks minor, but you'll need to take it easy to avoid making the problem worse.
Some people have said, have criticised the damage and that it's not harsh enough and what have you. I will be honest, up until this point I have been very lucky when it comes to, you know, front wing losses and making contact with barriers and even other cars. At Baku, for example, I touched the wall a lot of times and I got away with it quite a bit. But right now, we have damage to our front wing. It's not too bad at the moment. It's only yellow. As soon as it gets orange or even red, then it's just it becomes near impossible to lap at a decent pace. Let's see if we can pass Bottas up the inside. Yes, we do. That's P5 for us. Hamilton goes purple. He's the first one across the line, of course. Oh, no. Oh my goodness me. I knew that was happening. I knew that was going to happen, and I just put the throttle down just a little bit just to see what would happen, and I wanted to see if I could catch it or not, so in all honesty, but we could not. We could not save that one. I'm going to take that back, and we're going to rejoin from where we are. Yeah, if you can't tell already, this isn't a serious video. I just want to have a bit of fun and have a bit of a play in the wet and just see what the handling model is like in a more polished version of the game. Bottas comes back at us once again, up the inside into Turn 1. Turn 1 was a really big talking point of the real-life British Grand Prix. It was the only part of the track that was wet, whereas the majority of the track was dry, and it was really causing some havoc for a lot of the runners in the Grand Prix. That Turn 1 dampness was one of the main reasons that kept the British Grand Prix exciting for as long as it did. But either way, next up we've got Max Verstappen, a few seconds up the road. We'll try and catch him if we can. It looks like he's being held up by a Williams, so that must be Felipe Massa. I've got Bottas still behind me, keeping me honest. So I've got to get my head down and try and catch these guys a little bit and see what we can do, even in 5th gear, losing the back end. I'm running no assist, by the way, so that's why running in the wet is it's as exciting as what it is. So I get my words out. But yeah, it's absolutely mental. F1 2014 was really quite slippery in the wet, but this is slippery in a different kind of way. It's not slippery in the way that the car puts its power down. It's just like it likes to get sideways in a fun kind of way, and that's how it differs from F1 2014, where you just, I don't know, F1 2014 you didn't have traction, but not in a fun way, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but we're going to roll with it. As you can see, I'm just like not hitting apexes one bit at the moment. Running with default setup, we do have that front wing damage to contend with as well, and I'm live commentating, so I'm not really getting the most out of this car at the moment. Let's put the throttle down a bit more. That's so fun. That is honestly so fun. Bottas on my inside. I cannot give two craps about you trying to overtake me, son. I'm going to try and hold on if I can. The understeer is really quite bad through the high-speed stuff. There's nothing I can really do about that, though. And there we go. Now I think we're safe. As soon as you get into 6th gear, I think that then, and only then, can you be safe from losing the back end by putting the throttle down too quickly. Let me know in the comments, guys, is there anything on this F1 2016 preview build that you want to see in the next, 2 or so weeks before F1 2016 officially comes out? There's only a limited amount of stuff I can do. I can only do career mode, pro career mode, time trial, and quick race like I'm doing now. And the tracks are also limited as well. We've run wide, we're going to lose traction even further, but Bottas is nowhere near us. Yeah, like I was going to say, the only tracks that we've got available to us are the first 4 in the 2016 Formula 1 season. So we've got Australia, we've got Bahrain, China, and Russia. Plus, we have a few bonus tracks, like this one, for example. We have Germany and Azerbaijan. So if there's anything at all that you guys want to see, be sure to let me know down in the comments, and I'll try and make a video for you guys based on what you say and based on what I can actually make before the game comes out. I'm really excited about this year's release. It's quite different. It's got so much detail, and it's got so many features that the community has been calling for a very long time. So I can't wait to show you guys every extremity of F1 2016. We come across the line, and that was P5. Not bad. Not bad in the wet in a Force India. That was pretty fun.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows.
And Lewis Hamilton wins another race. What a shock.
Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Difficult call, Crofty, but I'd like to say Sergio Perez. He's just so gifted at getting the most out of his...
Oh, you guys. Oh, you shouldn't have. You're too nice. So there we go, guys. That has been the British Grand Prix in heavy rain conditions in 3 laps. Those 3 laps went really quickly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different. I know some of you guys probably wanted to see what the wet weather gameplay was like, so I decided to do that in a video today in a car that we haven't covered as of yet. Sergio Perez moving our way up from 12th place on the grid to finish in P5. Bear in mind, a few crashes on the first corner did help us as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I am just like really enjoying F1 2016 at the moment. Yes, there are some gripes here and there that I have with the AI, but I've been told by Luke Stevenson from Codemasters themselves that the issues that we've seen with the AI and all their racecraft and all that kind of thing, apparently that has been fixed, and they're going to be a lot more racy on the full version of the game, fingers crossed. And so too with the regular occurrences of the safety car, it's been toned down a little bit for the full version as well. And one other thing, he said that the speech bug that we saw at the end of the Baku video, that has also been rectified, so that's also really good to see. But yeah, there we go. That has been this episode of F1 2016. This isn't a series, it's not an episode, so I don't know what I'm on about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Wet weather gameplay. It is extremely fun. Try it out for yourselves on no assist, and if you have a wheel, it's going to be even better. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys for a brand new video very soon.